All right, and welcome back to another New Vinyl Buys. It is Tuesday, and I'm JT. I'm back in the record room. And today I want to show 6 records, new vinyl buys, mostly bought online. And I want to show these to all of you, of course, but to one fella in particular, and that would be Ben Rankins down in Melbourne, Australia. And Ben has a great channel. If you're not familiar, please check it out. And Ben shows a lot of records, garagey, punk rock, a bit of everything. That what's great about it, usually I know nothing about the records, sometimes somewhat, a little bit, but that's what's great. You know, I like watching channels where I'm familiar with the music, but equally, it's great to see bands and artists that I know nothing about that I can check out and probably get into, and he brings the heat every time on every video. So that's Ben Rankins, and these are 6 records that I think Ben's gonna like. And first up, from San Francisco, California, starting way back in the 60s, that would be the Flame Groovies. And this band is, this record in particular is from 1976. This is Shake Some Action. This is their 4th LP on Sire Records. And this was recorded in Wales in the UK. And, you know, they're just a straight up American rock band. But with this record, they were really going for more of a British invasion power pop style. And Roy Loney had left the band, and I loved him on the early records like Super Snaz, Flamingo, Teenage Head. But this is a great album. And this is Chris Wilson, who replaced Roy on vocals. And this is really, I'd say, the best remembered lineup for the band with Chris Wilson. But I love the early stuff. So that's the Flame Groovies. Here's the songs. And again, Teenage Head is about my favorite Flame Groovies album. And let me show you this hype. Oh, and this is on Jackpot Records out of Portland, Oregon. Now, my second record is a band from Minnesota. The nickname, The Mats, The Replacements, right? And I love this record. This is from 1990. And this is All Shook Down. And the thing about this record, this thing was nominated for a Grammy for a Best Alternative Rock Album. In 91 or 19, actually probably the year after this was released in 1990. Jeanette Napolitano is on this. Terry Reid sings backing vocals on Someone Take the Wheel. And Bentlon Tench plays keyboards and organ throughout this record. I just love this record. When this was released, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the early Replacements albums, but this is where Paul Westerberg really was taking the wheel. His songwriting was developing even further. And then after the Mats broke up, you know, Chris Mars went on to a solo record. His first record is really quite good. But this, you know, Paul was turning down Chris's songs for the new records. And so Chris just quit. But really a great record. Let me show you the songs. I mean, it's very poppy, very accessible, great production. The Replacements, All Shook Down from 1990. And this is on Sire, and this sounds great. You know, I had it on CD well, I still have it on CD. For what, 32 years? I bought this on release. Yeah, Let It Be and Tim are great, but I just love that album. I remember when this album came out, Winona Ryder, she was dating Dave Pirner from Soul Asylum, and she stated how much she loved this album in particular. All right, so my next record, my third record, is a band from Portland, Oregon, and you could call them punk rock, or they're just an influential band. This one is from 1983, and this is Over the Edge by Wipers. And this is just a killer record. Greg Sage is really the mastermind and the principal songwriter for Wipers, and just so influential to many punk and post-punk rock bands, because this one's from 1983, and they really had an early start. The songs are very accessible to me. They have a real edge and distortion, ahead of their time, really, for what they were doing. And once again, influenced especially a lot of American punk rock bands. But there's the band. And this is from Jackpot Records. And on this one, they did a re-recording of Romeo. And let me show you the songs once again. You got to check out Wipers. Now, here's a band I love so much. Out of all the Washington, D.C. bands, Bad Brains and such, I'm into Fugazi, guys. Love Fugazi. Fugazi is just so inventive and influential and so hard to categorize. But they're post-hardcore, if you got to say it. And they formed in 1986 in DC. And you have Guy, Ian, Joe, and Brendan, who are the players in this band. This is on Discord Records. Fantastic. This one's from 2001. And anything that Fugazi does, I love. They're just, again, inventive. So let me show you the songs here. And on this one, the vocals are really nice too. And here's the band. And my fifth record today is an artist from down under, from Australia, and that would be Courtney Barnett. She's from Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. And the thing about her, she's very witty, and often her just rambling lyrics. And this is her second LP from 2018. This one is a little bit more lo-fi and not as accessible as some of her other releases. And I love Courtney's work with Kurt Vile from Philadelphia, PA. Love Kurt Vile, and I love what they did together. Fantastic. Really glad to have this one. I've listened to this completely. I just got this. Very happy to have it. There's the hype. And this is on Mom and Pop label. I don't know if you can see those songs. But yeah, check out Courtney Barnett. I'm sure a lot of you are going to know her. And this is Tell Me How You Really Feel. And lastly, a band that is so American, straight up rock and roll, rockabilly, everything. And that's a band that formed in 1979 in Downey, California. And that'd be the brothers Alvin, Phil, and Dave and company. And that's the Blasters. And this is live from 1986. This is just a smoking record. Love this one. It just kicks ass. And the sonics on it are really great. There's Trouble Bound. There's Mystery Train. Crazy Baby. I'm Shaken. Border Radio. American Music from I believe that was their first album. Long White Cadillac and Marie Marie. And, Phil Alvin. What a singer. There's Phil. There's Dave. Okay, here's Phil. But, yeah, the Blasters. So great and so underappreciated and underrated. But the people in the know the Blasters. Rock and roll, baby. And here's the wax, or the label rather. And here they finish with Marie Marie. So thanks for checking out my new vinyl. And again, Ben, hope you like those. And guys, we'll see you real soon. I'll give you a double thumbs up. And cheers. We'll see you soon. Bye.